Hi everyone, what's up? I'm Smarty Mukherjee and you're watching Consulting Bug. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about 12 project management terms which all of you must know. So why are we talking about these project management terms? Well, if you're going for any interview which has a project management role, or if you're required to work in a project with the project manager, what if you don't understand what your project manager is saying? So obviously you need to understand what are the basic project management terms which are used in any project today. In case you are aspiring to work as a project manager, then also you must know these 12 basic project management terms and terminologies. So that's why we are learning these terms today. So before we begin this video, hit that subscribe button and like if you really like the content of this video. That really helps me and motivates me and tells me that you really like the videos, and I will keep on doing these videos for you guys. Okay, so let's get right into it. So the first definition that we are learning today is what is a project. Project is a set of activities or tasks which has a definite start and a definite end, and at the end of the project you get a product or a service as an output of that project. For example, you are working on building a product and say it is a phone. So you know the features and the functionalities that you have to build in order to complete this project, and your end result will be the phone that you have built. So this is an example of a project. Second term that we are going to use is operations. Now operations is totally different from a project because operations does not have a definite start and end date. It is an ongoing activity or an ongoing task. For example, maintenance or support service. So most of the work which happens in call centers is operations, or in your offices, in practical scenarios, you have an IT team which is part of your operations in your workplace, and then you have your admin team which is part of operations in your workplace, because these teams work day in and day out, and they don't have a definite start and definite end or an end product to be delivered. So third term that we are going to learn is program. In a program, generally we have set of projects which are similar and they have a common objective which needs to be achieved. Say you are building a software for aeroplane, or say in an aeronautics environment you are building some software, and you are building, there are different projects for developing the software of different units inside the plane cockpit. So that means all these projects will be similar to each other and they have a common objective. So this can be called as an aerospace or airborne or aeronautics program. Now our fourth term that we are understanding is portfolio management. So portfolios are generally for organizations or small businesses, and portfolio contains a set of different projects and different programs. They can have common objective or they can have a different objective as well. But now that you know what is a project, what is a program, and what is a portfolio, and what is operations work, I can tell you that in most of the project management interviews you get this question that tell us the difference between a project and operations. Or a question could be something like, tell us the difference between a project, a program, and a portfolio. So I hope now you'll have no problem in answering such a question in any of your project management interviews. So moving forward, let's understand what is a project management life cycle. Any project management life cycle can have multiple phases. As you know, all the projects are unique in their nature, so their project management life cycle could also be unique, and it is basically the length of the project from the conception of the idea to the completion of the project. So in practical scenario, all the projects are unique in their nature, and it depends how your organization is running the project, and it also depends on your organizational procedures and policies, that how what is your process of running a particular project and what is the project life cycle you are going to do. As I mentioned, project life cycle is the whole journey of the project from conception to completion and all the in-between steps according to the distinct delivery which a project has to make. Next term that you should know is the project plan. Project plan has the details of every bit of the activities that you're going to perform throughout the project till the end of the project. It will have all sorts of plans included in it, say your communication plan, your resource management plan, your procurement plan, your change management plan. So it is a quite a detailed document about the tasks that you have to complete, the time when you have to deliver the product to the client, the milestones, and each and every bit of the project which you have planned so far. Project scope. So project scope is a document which tells you the deliverables that you have to give to the client, and as a project manager you must know what is inside the scope of the project and what is also outside of the scope of the project. So project scope contains the tasks which you have to perform in order to give a certain deliverable to the client. Project charter. So this is little tricky because most of the people say that we don't use a project charter when we are working in any of the project, but most of the people do use a project charter. They call it SOW, which is statement of work, or someone calls it estimate response document, or some people call it just a quote, or some people call it business case. So all of us do use the project charter when we start with any project. It's just that we don't call it by the formal name. However, project charter is basically a formal authorization document which is handed over by a project sponsor to the project manager. So it has a very high level requirements mentioned in the document. It mentions the name of the project manager, it mentions the name of the customer, it mentions the roles and responsibilities of the project manager and the sponsor. It also mentions the escalation metrics which you need to use in case there is an escalation. So project charter is basically the first document that you have before you even start gathering your preliminary requirements for the project. Project dashboard. Project dashboard is basically a status that you present for sharing with your stakeholders, maybe with your senior management or the client as well. So project dashboard should have the status of the project, that where have you actually reached in terms of your task completion in the project, what are the kind of risks that you're looking forward to, and have you planned for any mitigation action for those risks. It also mentions the milestones which you have achieved and the forthcoming deliverables that are coming, say in near time, say in next week. Project dashboards can also have mention of the special requirements or special attention that you might need as a project manager from your senior management or leadership. Two more terms which are slightly confusing because most of the people don't understand PMO. What is the role of a PMO? So what is a PMO actually? PMO is an individual or a business unit which helps projects and programs in keeping up with their project standards, procedures, policies. PMOs also keep a standard set of documents or templates with them. In case projects or programs require any templates, they can request to PMO. PMOs also prepare the status of different projects and programs and help the program managers in sharing that status further with the leadership so that they can take the strategic decision. And last term, which is program management. Program management is managing various projects all together simultaneously at one go. So any individual who is managing multiple projects on the same time is called a program manager, and the skill is called program management. So I hope by learning these basic project management terms and definitions, it will really help you in your next project management interview. If you liked even a bit of my effort here, please hit that like button, share it across to your social media, and do subscribe to my channel. I'll talk to you again in my next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.